My name's Nicholas Wade, and I'm a brain tumor survivor.
Prior to diagnosis, what symptoms did you have or what indications were there that something might be wrong?
There were no indications. I didn't have any symptoms at all. I felt the fittest I'd ever felt. And one night I went to sleep and I woke up in hospital the next day. It was a very shocking situation. It literally felt like something out of a dream. I opened my eyes. There was a nurse walking towards me and told me that I had a seizure during the night. I didn't believe her at first, and it really did feel like it was out of a dream until I felt this searing pain through my eye, my chest, and my tongue from where I had injured myself during the seizure. And I've had this brain tumor my whole life. I just never knew about it. It was caused by a genetic mutation in my DNA, which caused the muscle mass to grow. And I never knew about it, which was even more shocking until the seizure happened. 1 month after that, in June last year, I had surgery to remove the brain tumor, and thankfully everything went well.
Being fit and healthy, a sports professional, and then hearing you had a brain tumor must have been a huge shock. What went through your mind?
I was completely shocked. Physically, I felt fine, but mentally, I was completely broken. You just don't know how to deal with those situations. It's tough because everyone tells you how to feel, but no one actually really knows how you feel. Everyone's struggles are different in their own ways, and what I would recommend is to speak to people that have gone through brain surgery or have had a brain tumor. This is the only way that you'll fully be able to connect with someone about the experience and really feel like someone has been in your shoes and can relate to you in that situation. So being a professional athlete, I thought my career was over. I never thought that I'd be able to play pickleball again, and a lot of people had told me that. And the fact that I'm sitting here today as a professional pickleball player is a testament that you can overcome things like that.
How does your brain tumor impact on your day-to-day life with work, friends, family? How do you cope?
It affects me every day. It's totally changed my perspective on life, and it's definitely changed the people around me as well. It doesn't affect just you, it affects everyone around you as well. I realized that for me, it wasn't possible to become the person that I once was before. I had to become a new person with new goals and new dreams. And to try and find that person I once was before was so hard because I'd already been through so much. So I really had to rediscover who I was, who I want to become, and the goals that I wanted to accomplish as well. I cope with taking everything one step at a time and embracing adversity and failure every single day. Over this period, I've learned to absolutely love adversity. And one thing that I love doing is failing forwards. You know, I've failed more times than I can count during this period, and it's been really tough. But the things that have got me through is being able to fail and learn from those experiences and just move forwards from it. And I know I'm getting stronger every day. All I have to do is just look back at how far I've come, and this really helps me get through the experience. So fail forwards if you are going to fail. And another quote that I really like is that Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, these things take time. It takes gradual steps, incremental progress over time to build up that massive achievement that you want. But it's going to take time. One day you may take it one step forwards, and another day you may take 20 steps backwards, but this is just all part of the process. It's very hard in the moment, but if you can just keep pushing forwards every single day, even if it's 0.01% getting better, those things will add up over time, and you will get better, you will get stronger. It's just a matter of time. So don't let those little failures hold you back too much. Just let them push you forwards, continue failing, but fail forwards.
How did you approach your recovery and getting back on court?
Recovery. Where do I even start? Recovery was the toughest part of the process. All I can say is incremental progress. You have to take things one step at a time. You really just want to speed things up and keep going as fast as possible and get back to where you were before. But that's not going to happen after surgery. You have to just gradually progress step by step, taking things one step at a time. For me, I had the goal of becoming a professional athlete once again, and it's been tough. At first, I had to take one step at a time, literally. I had to stand on my feet for 1 second, and then the next time I had to stand on my feet for a few seconds. and then a minute, and then a few minutes after that. I had to learn to feed myself again so that my wife and my parents wouldn't have to put food in my mouth for me. I had to learn how to shower again so I didn't have to have someone assist me and shower me. And it's those little things, those little accomplishments that in the moment seem very tough, but as you get better at them, as you progress, they're very rewarding. All I can say is incremental progress. Take it step by step. I had to learn how to be in a social setting again. I couldn't be around other people. I kept having panic attacks. I couldn't go out for a meal. I couldn't be around some of my friends, some of my family. And it just took gradual progression day by day. And it took me failing a lot of times to get to that point where I could go up and give speeches to hundreds of people, which I'm now doing. But at first, I couldn't even go out in a social setting because I would have so many panic attacks. So just look at how far you've come and take those things step by step, day by day, and take the little wins as massive wins, because that's what's going to keep pushing you forwards. You know, going and speaking to someone across the street, something like that, or speaking to a friend on a phone, or going out for a meal where you're around other people. These are just little wins that all add up with that incremental progress that has now led to me being confident enough to speak to hundreds of different people and give speeches out. And it's very rewarding to look back at how far you've come and how much further you can go in the future. But just take those little wins as big wins. Getting back on court was really tough. I wanted to progress much faster than I was allowed to. I started off by just hitting one dink, and then I had to go home, although I wanted to stay out there and play a whole match. And then the next time it was 5 dinks. The time after that it was 10 dinks. And then it was a few volleys. And then it was a few drop shots. And then it was a few ground strokes. And I was just gradually progressing it with my doctor's advice. And the hardest part was I felt like I wanted to be out there longer and that I could do more. But you really have to know your limitations and go off your doctor's advice. And eventually I built myself up to, 30-minute session, and then an hour session, and then an hour and a half session, and then a full game session. And the whole time you're doing this, you really have to pay attention to how you're feeling as well, and know your body's limitations, as I said. Know when you're getting a little bit hotter, or your head might get a little bit more pressure, and things like this, and don't push yourself too far. And be okay with those slow progressions. And although I could only hit one dink at a time, that meant so much to me. And now that I look back on it, it's just been such a rewarding process.
What are your pickleball ambitions for this year and in the future?
I want to become world number one. And a lot of people have laughed at me, mocked me. Even some of my closest friends around me and closest people have stopped believing in me. But I love the quote, "Why shoot for the stars when there are footprints on the moon?" I believe that you should really just shoot for the highest thing possible and see where you land. Although I'm not there right now, I believe that I can get there in the future, because every single day I'm getting stronger and stronger. And you can't let those people around you affect the way that you're moving in the direction and the dreams that you're chasing. You really just have to keep progressing and let the noise be the noise and kind of cancel it out. And it's a lot easier said than done, because it does affect you. But you just need to stay true to who you are, yourself, and just keep chasing your dreams and your ambitions. Because for me, the only thing stopping me is me. And I just want to keep pushing forwards every day, because I know I'm getting stronger and I know I'm getting closer to my goals. And one day it's going to pay off, and I'm going to look back on this and it's going to feel amazing.
You're hoping to raise awareness on brain tumors. Why is this so important to you?
This is so important to me because I'm really just one of the lucky ones. There's so many people out there that have brain tumors that are life-ending, and some people don't even live above a certain age before their life has ended from a brain tumor. And brain tumors is one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths. And so for me, being one of the lucky ones, being able to do what I do, I really want to bring awareness to this subject. And with brain tumors, there's a massive stigma that after surgery, you're not going to be able to achieve anything. You're not going to be able to do the things that you were once able to do. So I'm here to avert that stigma and change it. I want to be the beacon of hope and an inspiration for people all around the world, to show that after the brain surgery, you can do exactly what you want to do. You can chase your dreams, you can do anything you want. You just have to put your mind to it. And so after surgery, I'm going to do exactly that. Early detection into research are crucial for improving outcomes, but this is only possible with increased awareness about the subject.
If you could give any advice or words of encouragement to anyone facing a similar diagnosis to yours, what would they be?
Lean on your family and friends. They may not know what you're going through, but they are there to support you in more ways than you can ever imagine. Other things as well, I would say, is just enjoy the little things, like going out for a walk, listening to your favorite songs, and speaking to some good friends, having some good conversation. These little things are going to help you get through those tough moments. Take each day as it comes, learn from your mistakes, don't let them define you. One day you may go forwards, another day you may go backwards, but again, don't let it define you. You're there to make mistakes, you're there to fail, but again, just fail forwards and keep moving forwards every single time. And another thing I would say as well is reach out to the support groups. There's multiple charities that you can reach out to, and you can speak to people that have been through your situation or are going through your situation. And there's specialists out there as well that can help you and have strategies and support, funding, tactics, all of that good stuff that will really help you get through that, and has massively helped me in my situation. Thank you guys for coming and listening to my story. If you want to find out more about brain tumors, head over to the Brain Tumor Charity or the American Brain Tumor Association. And, if there's someone going through a situation like this, reach out and support them. It's such a tough thing to go through, but just hearing words of encouragement from someone can really help you get through a situation like this. So be that friend, be that support system. And if you're the one in that situation, seek that support. And I hope that I have now given you some tools and ways that you can find that support. And again, thank you for listening to my story.
Awesome, bro.
Is that sweet?
Yeah, you killed it.
Sweet. God,
All right,
it's
good job.
so hard to put into words.
Yeah, I bet.